And I would second the phrase "put up or shut up." But the blatant incompetence, unaccountability and recklessness exposed by the National Children's Hospital debacle clearly displays the inability of this government, carried by Fianna Fáil, to provide the necessary governance and oversight to deliver infrastructure projects such as this one. And now we have the familiar cover-up and defending of the indefensible. Once again, people are being asked to turn a blind eye. There's nothing to see here. It's all par for the course. We're expected to believe that from the time that concerns were raised about the 61 million overrun costs at meetings that its steering group held between August 2017 and April 2018, to August 18, 2018, when the meeting of the National Paediatric Hospital Development Board discussed a 200 million overrun, the Minister wasn't informed. Minister Harris says that he was first told on August the 27th. Then we have no rush, no urgency. Ministers Harris and Donohoe become aware of the 1.4 billion construction figure in November. Minister Donohoe says he became aware actually on the 9th of November. So you have all that space between August and November, the biggest project that we've ever had in health, and nobody sees fit to discuss it or to bring it anywhere. This was all while the detailed budget discussions were taking place between Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. Did nobody between Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael ever inquire as to the financial status of the largest health project in history? Fianna Fáil is now crying empty crocodile tears after the horses bolted. Such blind confidence in their bedfellows, well, one can only stand in astonishment at their complete trust and unwavering loyalty that they didn't even question the figures. Yesterday, I asked Minister Donohoe if he would re-examine the procurement model that had failed us time and time again. And in spite of having 9 different internal and external reports carried out in relation to corporate governance or internal financial control over the past 2 years, it's quite obvious that nothing has been learned. In recent times, we've had the National Broadband Plan debacle, the Carillion debacle, where dozens of small and medium businesses lost millions because of proper due diligence was not carried out before awarding the contract, and again blind loyalty to KPMG and KPMG's ruling on Carillion. The Job Pat scheme, where we saw where my own colleague John Brady brought forward again yesterday. 2 years we've been following this, where 149 million of taxpayers' money, and I include all citizens in this because everybody pays tax in this country, has to be paid to private companies to provide services already provided by state-funded organisations with very little return. So how long can we go on wasting money? How long will this government and Fianna Fáil continue to write the blank cheques for selected projects, while at the same time we have to beg for hospital beds so critically ill patients can get vital chemotherapy and other treatment, while elderly and disabled people are told they are not worth a full hour of home care. They have to make do with half an hour or take their place on the list, while young children wait every day for vital drugs such as Translarna and Spinraza to enable them to function, while valproate victims are ignored.
Well into injury
and once again we can just pull $500,000 out of the hat for PwC to examine where it all went wrong. Well, how do you think they feel when they witness such scandalous waste? I can tell you, Leader, they are enraged beyond words. So can you arrange for the Minister to come into the House, both Ministers to come into the House to answer questions on this?